Hi, it's Amy from Little Deer. Today I'm going to show you a really fun and easy embroidery technique called couching. This is basically just arranging and stitching floss or other materials onto the surface of your fabric. I'm going to start with a 6-strand embroidery floss. This purple is what I'll attach to the fabric, and this pink is what I'll use to stitch it on so you can see the couching stitches. You can start by arranging your floss on the fabric in any line or design and pin it in place if you like. I've attached one end of my floss in the hoop to keep it secure, and I'm going to just freehand a curly line as I go. So I've knotted my pink floss and I'm pulling it up from the back, and then I'm just making a tiny stitch over the purple floss from one side to the other, holding it in place to the fabric. Just go down the line, over and under. Make your stitches about 1/4 inch apart and a bit closer together around curves and curls. Now, if you don't want your couching stitches to show, you can use one thread of floss in the same color instead. You can use couching stitches to attach other threads, yarn, ribbon, or even wire to your fabric as well. It's a fun way to add interesting textures to your work. So now my line is done, and I'm going to show you another use for couching that I love. I call it a stitched mess. I tend to save scraps of embroidery floss for my various projects. Sometimes it's just too pretty to throw away. I love how all the colors swirl and blend together. Hang on to those scraps and use them for a stitched mess. Just arrange your wad of floss scraps on the fabric. I like to use just one thread of floss for couching a mess so that it blends right in with the scraps. Just stitch up and down over the scraps. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just make stitches wherever you need to hold everything in place. Have fun with it. There's my floss mess. I love the colors and touchable texture. It's like a little rainbow cloud. I've used this stitch mess technique to make some fun art pieces. You can even add in bits of felt or fabric, or arrange your scraps by color or into a shape. I hope you'll try out couching and create some fun and messy stitched art of your own. Check out my other videos for more embroidery stitch tutorials. Thanks for joining me.